first of all, good morning. Y'all, it's snowing out here. Well, it stopped snowing. Okay, I'm on my way to work. Y'all, I gotta tell you, I dropped Symphony off. I'm gonna tell you right now, I dropped that girl off and I went down the hill. I was going nice and slow. I said, my car got this, y'all. I started sliding. I was like, oh my goodness. I had my foot on the brake and it was still going. I'm like, when are you gonna stop? When are you gonna stop? Gotta be careful out here in this snow. Let me see if I can show y'all. I mean, the roads are not that bad. Mom gotta do what she gotta do. I woke up this morning. I had to dress Symphy's, put her snowsuit on. Then I got the shovel and started shoveling off the snow. Alright, y'all gonna let me go. But y'all know people drive crazy. I don't understand how people can drive so. I guess they feel I got a new model car. I can just drive fast in the snow. Y'all, I went sliding down that hill. I was like, ah! I had the brakes on and everything. I mean, I was pushing them brakes and it was still like, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna go in the middle of the street. Thank God no traffic was coming. So y'all make sure y'all careful out there today. So what's going on? What's going on? Well, I'm on my way to work. Hey, good morning. Good morning. I'm on my way to work. Thank you, Jesus. And yeah. So what's going on? So okay, so my other cousin, she has a birthday coming up. So first of all, let me tell you how yesterday went. What was the day before yesterday, which was Monday? I had a really great time. I took Symphony to Chuck E. Cheese. Me, my cousin, her baby went, and we had a really good time. After that, we went to the mall, and then after that, we went out to eat. So I enjoyed myself. And Symphony enjoyed herself too. I had so much fun. And so on Saturday, I'm supposed to be one of my cousins. We celebrating her birthday and just having a get together. So we're going to Dave and Buster's. So I'm looking forward to that. At first I was like, we were going to bring the kids, but now we're like, nah, the kids can kind of stay. They're going to stay at the sitter house, and we'll be out there for a couple of hours. It's crazy. I don't know how y'all do it, but at a certain time, my body shuts down. I'm talking about I get really tired, and I'm like, I need to be home, and I need to be relaxed. So I was talking to my cousin, and I'm like, come on, let's go. And she's like, I don't know. I'm like, it's not like we're going to be out there like 11, 12 o'clock. And she's like, okay, all right. Is that it? Are we getting old? No, but I'm looking forward to just going out there and seeing my sister and just having fun. So, yeah. I may just tape it, too, while we out there. So, what is good? What is good? What is good? Other than that, I've been really focused. Like I said before, I've been really trying to brush up on my Bible study and everything like that. I've been reading the Bible. Yeah, I was listening to Acts, right? And I said to myself, I really need to really read my Bible. And let me just say this one thing, because when it come to Judas, I don't know why I was thinking he drove himself into the wilderness, but what I was hearing was that his guts or his insides burst out or something, and the disciples serve him right for turning his back on the Lord. And I was like, what? That's a horrible death. But I'm like, you know what? I need to really brush myself and really read the Bible, because I feel like some things that I look at, and some of y'all may be the same, you may hear something and think that was how it went down, but that's not how it went down. So yeah, I need to do that. Other than that, y'all, I've been really excited. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just super duper excited that I don't have to go to court anymore, y'all. I don't have to go to court. So Someone asked this question. So this is what I've been really wrestling with. You know, people ask this question. I need to get back to my Bible as well. My audio Bible came down. Right. Because I was listening to the audio Bible and I was like, wait a minute. His guts burnt. Wait a minute. Like, I'm like, why didn't I realized that it's a lot of, I need to brush up. I need to sharpen my sword. You know what I'm saying? I really need to do that. And I've been telling myself too, not to worry about tomorrow, only deal with today. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all probably dealing with what's going to happen here. Am I going to have this? Tomorrow's not promised for no one. Really, at the end of the day, we got 24 hours in a day. So today's not promised. So we can only deal what we could deal with right in the now, you know. So I said, okay, instead of being like a worrying whatever ward, I'm just going to be happy in the today, in the now. So what have I been doing? I did order my new juicer blender for my NutriBullet because, not blender, but my blade, because my old blade just, it was gone. And so I'm trying to get back to like juicing vegetables and fruits and, you know, intaking more vegetables and being more health conscious and healthy. And even starting to try to put a little bit of workout into my schedule. But my main thing is just I want to eat healthy. And I need to get out a little bit more instead of having a structure of work, baby, home, work, baby, home. When you are a single parent or a stay-at-home mom, it's all about the babies. It really is. You know, everything is around Symphony, and likewise it's supposed to be. But sometimes it's okay to get out and to be social, or even if you're going out, not even just like, you know, even if you're going out to see family or just going to the park or just something small like going to the mall or something like that, you know, it's good to get out, you know. So yeah, other than that, far as Saturday, I'm super excited, even though I have to work that Sunday, but I'm like, I'm still going to go out and have a good laughs with my girls and just have some fun. Like I'm so looking forward to that. I'm so looking forward to that. And then next week I'm gonna go to Nana's and see how she's doing. I'm gonna just pop up me and Symphony, cause she hasn't seen Symphony in a while. Symphony is getting so big, y'all. I mean, it amazes me the things that she does. I'm just like, wow. And you know what's so amazing? I think I talked about this. When you have a baby, you see both of the parents. I see the feistiness, and she's so fast and like to jump all over the place. I see the energy in her that I had when I was a child. And a lot of little things she do, it looks like her dad. Like, she'll make a face. Like, the other day she was in a hallway and she made this face with her eyebrows. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks like her father. You know, it's amazing how, and moms and dads, y'all understand it when you look at your child and be like, golly, where'd you make that? Where did that face come from? So it's like the older she gets, it's like, wow, she's getting big. And she's learning how to be potty trained, so she's not fully potty trained. But I'm not going to lie, y'all, I'm going to miss that she's not going to be wearing Pampers anymore. I know some of y'all be like, Mom, or whatever, but it's like, you know, this may be my last baby, and she's not wearing, you know, I see newborns and I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember how small she was. I remember how small she was. But I am so thankful that I have her. If I had two babies right now, oh my gosh, look, to those who got two or more, shoot, you got octopus arms. You know what I mean? Like, you doing a lot. I thank God for my one. I really do. And my babies that went on to be with the Lord. But yeah. But I'm like, okay, mommy is going somewhere on Saturday. My curfew is 10:30. And that's picking my daughter up in the house. So, but no, it's probably gonna be before 10:30. Look, I'm sorry, I can't hang like I used to. I really can't. So I was talking to my one of my family members the other day, and she was talking about how, you know, it's cold, Valentine's Day is coming up, and she really wished that she had this and that. I don't I don't know, y'all. I'm not there anymore. I'm not there anymore. I'm like, girl, if you don't get out here and get yours and then like work on you and God will send someone your way, you know, like I had to tell her, like, you just got out of a relationship, you know, like focus on yourself, like focus on God first, you know what I'm saying? Focus on Him. Same with me. I don't like celebrating Valentine's Day anymore. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, well, right, I understand what you're saying, because it's like, it really feels good when you have that other person that's there. So I don't want to be like, oh, I can't stand Valentine's Day, because it's still a day of people saying, I guess, they're expressing and saying that they love someone, even a friend, even a family member, you know. But it's like, I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, I got my daughter, and in a sense too, because she lost 2 sons and she doesn't have any children. So I can understand how she may feel, where it's just like, you know, she went through all of this. But I had to tell her too, and I had to remind her, because she was like, it's like I feel like I lost my family. And I had to really tell her, you got to understand, you was messing with a man who had been married before. And and I said this before in my last video, like, if he offended his wife because you was around when he was divorcing his wife, what makes you think he gonna do anything for you? Like, if he wasn't taking care of his children, why was he gonna treat you any better? And she was like, and I'm saying this out of love. I'm not saying it to be cruel or to be mean, but he, you know, if he offended his wife and he left her and dogged her and left her in the dust, what makes you think he was gonna do that for you? You know, like. And so she's just like, you know, getting over it. It hasn't been a year for her yet. I think come March or April, it'll be a year that she's been away from this guy that she's been with. And I told her, look at you, because when I first came, I told her, when you first came back home, you was looking like a sick, I don't mean to make fun of people that's on drugs, crackhead. I mean, you was just looking real sickly. That I was like, girl, if you don't put some makeup on. That's what a broken heart would do to you. It'll mess up your appearance and your health, because she was in the hospital a couple of times behind that. And I told her, like, that stuff is true. People can actually die from a broken heart. Even like widows, like when their husbands went on and passed, or their wives passed, they hurt so bad that they end up dying. You know, that hurt can be so deep that it can start affecting your body. So I'm like, girl, you need to find your happy spot. If y'all ever seen that movie Hook, find that happy thought, that one happy thought, and hold on to it and fly. But I've been there before where amen to that, I would have a man that would treat me badly. So you're right about that. I wish I could read the rest of it. I'm up here driving on the highway. You're right about that. But y'all, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be very transparent with y'all. It took me until this last court date. Well, I started to drift away with the whole love thing with my ex-husband, because one thing I realized is that you can't make anybody love you. You cannot shower them with you can't. People have free will. And one of y'all left a comment and said, God didn't answer your prayer on your husband. Oh no, he answered my prayer. He told me no. He said, Mona, Matt got free will. He has free will. Either he gonna serve me and he's gonna take care of his wife, or he's not. And Matt chose not to do so. So I'm not going to make him do anything, because just like you have free will. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, oh, so God answered my prayer on that. And he also showed me too that just because this person turns their back on you and leave you, you're not going to die. The world is going to still revolve. The world is going to still move, and I'm going to still be with you. And when I look back at all of those things, one thing I could tell my daughter is to never, never, how can I say, never put yourself to the back burner when someone is doing you wrong. And that's what I was telling her. Like, this man hurt you. He did so, I mean, that's what I was telling my cousin. Like, this man has done so much to you. He's drained you, took all of your essence, girl. Even your beauty. Like, girl, get it back. Well, now she back now. But I had to tell her, like, you cannot put you cannot forget about you in order to put him on a pedestal, because no man, first of all, is going to love you for that. That's the honest truth. A lot of women, isn't it crazy that the man will go after somebody that, well, I'm not going to say all men are like that, but some knuckleheads that don't appreciate what they have, they'll go after the opposite. But when you know your true worth, you're like, go. What am I doing? I look back and I'm like, that Mona, you did. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I'm being transparent. When my ex-husband abandoned me, you know what I did when he first abandoned me? I sent him a bouquet of flowers to his parents' house. I will always wait for you. I look back at myself and be like, girl, that love will have you to the point you getting beat up and you still like, but I love you. Pop, 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 pop. But I just love you. Girl, if you don't wake up and drink this coffee. So I'm telling her, I don't know about you, but I'm really focusing on my career, or my business, or where my baby, my Lord, my Savior. First of all, rapture come, I need to be ready, okay? But until then, Mona gotta have a plan. I'm focusing on my new place. And I told her, I'm like, you put so much focus in a man. I mean, we've been doing this since we was in high school. And I had to tell her, we're not even in our 20s no more. We are in our mid-30s. I don't have room for error. I don't. Well, sometimes you just want somebody, girl, you can hug yourself. I'm sorry. You can hug yourself. I ain't got time for that. Because when I say this is the time that you can get to know yourself. You can get to know the Lord, and he'll show you some things. He'll show you your strengths. And I had to tell her, you sit up here and talk about this dude. What about your game plan? What about your grind? Like, come on now, action and faith. You said go into your new spot, get a new ride. Come on now. It's not about materialistic things, but there are other things to do. Even if you have to go and give to the poor, you know what I'm saying? Do something, but don't just focus on what this guy has done, because the whole time when I was sitting there crying, with snot coming down my nose, throwing up, going into convulsions, my ex-husband was probably somewhere playing video games. He wasn't thinking about me. He was not thinking about me at all. And I was hoping maybe he'll think about me. No. He wasn't. He wasn't thinking about me at all. I ain't care. And someone asked the question, well, how would you feel if he was with someone else? How would I feel? I feel bad for the other person. That's how I feel, because they deserve somebody that's going to love them. Not someone that's going to switch like a 10-speed, and 1 minute you here, the next minute you not. Would you? And somebody said this too. Well, you never know. God may bring, he will have to work on my heart, because my heart is not with Matthew anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. I guess it's true what they say, when a woman's fed up, she don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with you or anybody else. But God know what I like. I like a big house, a nice 4-bedroom, 3-level with a basement, huge backyard for my dog, nice business, taking my daughter places, not being broke, being able to fit the bill when I go out with my friends and family. Oh, I like stuff doing for others, you know what I'm saying? feeding the poor, food for the poor, giving to, you know what I'm saying? I like stuff like that. See, God will give you the desires of your heart, and it won't be another person. Although some of us, we feel that we need to have somebody in order to be who we are. And I had to tell her. So it's like, you know, lately I'm like, every time, and I understand, you know, you're just getting over this. So you need to vent, you need to talk, you need to reminisce. But I'm like, you living in the past, man. You living in the past. And y'all, you know, where we're at, you know, the manager, she asked and was like, well, why did you get a divorce? I'm like, because my husband abandoned us. Oh my gosh, what happened? It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't even want to talk about this. I don't. So I'm thinking like, when somebody had, I don't even want to mention I was ever married before. Is that wrong? Because sometimes I just don't feel like wanting to go into this whole, yeah, you know. I don't want to go into that. I just want that to be behind me. I want to act like, I'm not going to say I want to act like I didn't go through this, but I don't want to relive the moment. And I had to tell her that you keep reliving that moment, that you're not giving yourself time for your future. You're not. And I'm going to tell you something too. That is real. That is very real. Let me tell you why. Did you know that the brain cannot tell? Well, first of all, that that you're really not seeing out of your eyeballs. It's something in the back of the brain that you see through the eye sockets or whatever. And so, for instance, they did this study on athletes, right? They had them look at movies and or make believe like they were running, and they saw that their bodies were performing as if they were running. So it lets you know that the mind can make you feel like that you're actually there and you're not there. So if you're always thinking about your past, you're actually reliving your past. So you have to leave that and you have to move on to the future. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you keep going around the same systematic thing, you're only going to get the same results. So if you start doing something different, you're going to get different results. Even if it's from the different perfume you wear, the different hairstyle you wear, from instead of making a left like you always do, make a right. And you'll see that it's going to lead you to somewhere different. You see what I'm saying? Even when your talk start changing, all of a sudden the chemistry in your body. We have to leave the past behind us and move forward to our future and love our Lord Jesus. Amen. Amen. Like we look at Lot's wife, she didn't want to leave her past behind, and she ended up dying right there, didn't she? You know? So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm just looking forward to great things, better things, opportunities, and happy things. And I'm super excited about it, and I'm very grateful. I'm just so grateful. And that's another thing too, being grateful where you're at right now, because if you're grateful where you're at right now, then the Lord will start to increase, because how grateful and how faithful that you are. And so, you know, when I was talking to her about that, she was just like, well, I understand. I'm like, you gotta move on. And then she said something to me. It was like, well, you've been 2 years into the making, so you're almost over. I said, wait a minute. Hold up. And I told her, you wouldn't have been able to deal with what I just went through. I mean, even it's been 2 years since I've been separated from my ex, but I've been in court every other month now. I said, don't wait a minute now. I'm not, hold up. But I'm looking forward to just smiling. I'm just looking forward to just being free of this. You know, I am. I'm just happy. I'm happy. So, yeah, so that's what's going to happen on Saturday. We are going out. We are having fun. It's going to be a girls' night, get together, just laugh, jokes, kids with the sitter. And, yeah, just happy we all here and alive. Like, I'm looking forward to that. I am. It's been a while because, you know, they've been like, Mona, come on, Betty, we gotta go out, come on. And I'm like, oh, I can't do it, man. I can't, because you have so much stuff on your shoulders. You can't even go out and chill. Y'all go on without me. Now I'm like, okay, y'all, so we doing this right. Okay, I got the tab. Let's do this. You know, like I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to have fun, and I'm super excited because it's 2018. The springtime. Spring is going to be coming in pretty soon. Oh, I thank you. I plan to. I had so much fun at Chuck E. Cheese with my daughter. Although I felt like I ran a couple of laps, I just let Tiffany is fast. That little girl really thought that she was like gonna run away from me. She in every corner she went to, she was like, I can't seem to shake my mom. I said, dang, this little girl need to run track. But yes, I'm so looking forward to Saturday. I am. I'm looking forward to a lot of things, y'all. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going in my past. I'm not. I'm not going back there. And I told her, I said, look, you got to move forward. You have to move forward. Because she was like, I feel like I lost my family. I feel like I lost him. I lost my dog. I said, look, I got divorced and I lost my favorite cat. But, you know, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Those type of people, when people treat you to the point they trying to cut you off, I'm talking about your life off, you better let go. Because you're going to die trying to hold on to them. You better let go. Because sometimes it takes people to see you, and I told her, don't ever think that the person is not going to see you grow, and they're not going to see your potential, and they're not going to see how blessed you are. Because God said that He will set a table before your enemies. So the same ones who put you in the hole, the same ones who tried to consume you in the fire. Now remember, what is it? Meshach, and Abednego. Remember them? Now, them same workers that threw them into the furnace, and when they was walking around amongst the Lord, they got thrown in the fire and got consumed. Now, remember Daniel, they threw him in the lion's den, and the angel shut the lion's mouth. Well, the same ones who threw him in there, they got consumed by the lions. Like, them lions became vegetarians when Daniel was up in there. But as soon as they let the king saw it, and the thing about it is, these people were so wicked that they set the king up to do that to him. But it backfired. It backfired that they got thrown in there. So, you know, the way I look at it like this is, y'all, I'm not tripping about him anymore. When you come to peace, and when you come to peace in certain things in your life, you can move on, and you can move on and say, I've done everything. I've done everything that I was supposed to do. And if you wouldn't let me love you and you didn't love me, what love is ever going to enter your life? You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing for y'all, men and women. When you give somebody, so when you love somebody so much and you give them your all, and they treat you and they dog you in a harshly way, don't ever think that they're going to go somewhere else and then they're going to be, no. You're going to be blessed like that. You treating somebody wrong like that? No, you won't. You won't. So I'm not going to look back and be like, but what if this, because at one point in time, that's how I was when my folks first left. I was just like, somebody is going to be with someone else. Ooh. Now I'm like, girl, you better run. You put your runner shoes on. No, like, you better get out of here. You know, so I tell her the same thing. It's like, don't look at that. You're looking at the wrong thing. And I guess that's what happens when people are hurt. But y'all, I had a vision yesterday. And I had this vision. And I don't know if the Lord was showing me this vision, but I keep seeing this vision. I had a vision like, imagine being in the ocean, in the water, like the deep part of the water, like it's blue. is and under you it gets really, really dark. And I had a vision that my ex-husband, he had my hand and he pushed me. And when he pushed me, my hand was being let go like this, and I was looking up, and he was looking at me, and he turned away while I was sinking down. And so I guess in a nutshell, I've come into terms that it's, even though it's hurtful, even though it's like one of those whatever, he did not want to be married anymore, and he was going to do any and everything to have a divorce. And now you have your divorce. I thought that if I got a divorce, that I would be looked down upon, that I was going to die on the inside. Instead, I'm over here smiling like, well, well, well. Guess who can come out the gate? So, now I mean it like that. But I'm just like, I just realized, like, God has a lot of other things for me. And I don't really remember too much of the good times we had, because for the last freaking 2 years we were in court, and all I saw was the harshness out of him, the meanness out of him. I don't really remember too much of the great things and stuff. Now I'm realizing, like, that was fake and phony. Like, I don't remember any of those things, because these last couple of years, that's what it was. I also realized too, like, his people, his mom was jealous, his father was jealous too, and they wanted so bad to take. I felt like that's another thing too. When you get married, you become one. And a wife is supposed to honor her husband and love her husband. And the husband is, respect her husband and submit to her husband. And the husband is supposed to love his wife. I felt like when I was married that I was very proud to be his wife. I was very proud to say, I'm his wife. I'm the missus. I'm this, that, and the third. That when things started to go downhill, I remember his mother saying things like, I thought she was his wife. Like, it was like one of them jealousy type things. And even the whole court thing, his father knew, they knew the thing that will really hurt me the most is a divorce. But I thought it was going to hurt me, and now I'm just like, I mean, don't take it wrong. I'm not saying like divorce is an awesome thing. I'm just saying it's so awesome to see that I'm still breathing and smiling and thanking the Lord and glorifying him. And he's enlarging my territory even in the midst of everything I went through. Everything I went through. And I meant this from the last video. I didn't lose anything. He lost something. And he may not know it now, but I know that my ex-husband is going to pick at a video. He's going to wonder what's going on. He's going to be somewhere, and he's going to say, what did I do? But that's on him and the Lord. But I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on me. I also realized too that I don't need a man to get certain things, or in order for me to be successful or to have this or have that I need to be someone's wife. I need to be with him in order for us to grow together. Because God is showing me, Mona, I'm the one who gives increase and decrease. I'm the one who will build up a kingdom, and I'll tear one down in a heartbeat. I'm the one that'll take a king and turn him into an animal like Nebuchadnezzar. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with me. I am the one who give increase or decrease. And I'm like, wow. So you don't have to depend on nobody else but me. You seek me and all my righteousness, and I'm going to add unto thee. But look at me. Don't look at nobody else. I got you. See, when the Lord showed me that, I realized, man, other than, yes, it feels really, and I'm not trying to knock anyone that's in a relationship, because marriage is a model of how Jesus is with the church. So when I do see a marriage and I see them together as husband and wife, I respect it and I love it because it models just that. You see what I'm saying? And it takes a lot of effort for both people to walk in one. So my divorce is not reflecting those who are married, and I am not by any means saying it's better to be single, because it is a hurtful thing. It is a thing where now I'm a part of the divorce crew. But I thought that most people that get divorces, both of them have an evil heart or something. I tried very hard for my marriage, even to the point where I was putting in petitions and motions fighting against the marriage, saying that this marriage has 150% of reconciling and getting back together. He's not able to make decisions like that. I typed that up. I fought for my marriage, and I'm not ashamed to say that I was one of those women who begged and pleaded for my husband to be with me. But it's like, you can't, a house that is divided is not going to stand. So if you're trying to fight for something and the other person is trying to fight against it, how can y'all both walk in one when the other person does not want that? Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't. It's impossible. God can intervene. God can go in. And so when one of y'all posts that comment like, God didn't answer your prayer. No, boo. He answered my prayer. He said no. He said, Mom, I got something else I want you to do. So no, I'm not going to allow. As a matter of fact, when I was in the house, he showed me that I'll be moving out of the house, and that Matthew, his mother, and Matthew's brother-in-law, Jamie, will have everything to do with you being pushed into the direction. But the direction that I went to, I was in like paradise. I remember being on this, it was my dream. Like, the Lord showed me that I was going to be moving. He did answer your prayer, and his blessings you now twice as much, and he's going to bless you all eternity. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't see that at first. I just thought, I saw agony, heartbreak, and dreams shattered, and just all types of whatever. I just saw the worst. I saw the worst. And even to the point that the enemy was whispering in my ear, like, he probably ain't like you because of this. He probably didn't like you because of that. Oh, your husband ain't want to be with you because of this. You know, so I had to even question myself. Oh, you know the reason why he didn't want you because of this. And then it was like, before the judge had the verdict, I was just hoping and praying that he would speak up before me, and he wouldn't. And then, you know, right now, where I'm at right now is, yes, I say, Lord, I forgive them, but my heart now is more so like, I'm not going to say, I feel like don't laugh at me. I feel like a huge scab. You know, y'all ever had like a scab on your arm or on your knee, and you just like, oh, this is so tender. That's how I feel right now. Where it's just like, don't touch me. Stay away from me. That's how I feel like, stay away from me. Like, I went through the fire. I went through the hurt. Like, get away from me. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So, recently, his attorney sent me this paperwork, and she needed to copy the last 4 digits of Symphony Social and my work address and all this other stuff. I'm like, why are you bothering me? And she was like, yeah, because you know such and such, just and the third. I'm thinking to myself, okay, whatever. So I give the information like, okay, we'll have your client to hurry up and sign this paper over so I can move on with my life. Oh yeah, and let them know, don't ever contact me ever again. Ever. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Like, when somebody has hurt you so much, you don't even want to go near them. You know what I'm saying? You just want to just back away and just run. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be like, tell you. And I told her too, and this is his attorney. I said, yes, I could go back to living my life, and you can go back to displacing abandoned wives and doing divorces. Yes, I told his attorney that, and tell the rest of the folks I said, hey. Because I'm like, y'all don't intimidate me anymore. Like, a lot of people, exactly, exactly. That's all I'm going to do is back away and run to Jesus. That's all I need. That's all I need. I don't need none of this. Nobody deserves it. But sometimes God will use your own family members to push you into your destiny. And sometimes it may hurt. Sometimes you'll be like, I didn't deserve any of those things. That's where I was at. I was in denial. I was like, it can't be my husband. I know my husband is not doing this to me. It's the bipolar. Oh, it got to be. Matter of fact, it's not him. It's his father. It was him. It was him. He betrayed me. He betrayed the Lord. It was him. It was him. He told his dad, I want a divorce, and I want you to do any and everything to make it happen. We are divorced. Do I feel sad about it? No. Am I going to cry? No. Am I going to waste another tear? Heck to the no. Do I feel like hatred towards him? My daughter look just like him. No. Do I wish him the best? I don't care what happens, I don't want him to die or anything like that. But honestly, I'm not there. I don't care. I just don't. I'm doing a Matt Hines move now. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's one of those things where it's just like, I just want to move on. I want to find my happiness. He portrayed both of you in the Lord Jesus, and that hurt big time. You and the Lord don't need to be getting hurt like that. Oh, that really hurt. God says he hates divorce. He hates divorce. He hates divorce. And I hear it all the time from women, the stuff that they're going through, and even men too. Like that one man, he gave his kidney to his wife just to come home, and she's sleeping with another man. I said, ooh, that had to hurt. But I'm sure y'all can work it out. Nope. They went to the divorce court. Some people are so hurt, because of what another person did. And that's why I'm like, I need time. I've been in too many relationships and a marriage. I need, Lord, look at the car slide. And I just need time to speak to the Lord. I need time to find myself and see my potential without catering to another person. Because y'all know how it is when you get in a relationship. You got to get your number. You got to be on the phone. That's time now. That's time. That could be prayer time. That could be looking for a house time. That could be like trying to plan something time. But I'm just talking about me. I'm talking about me. And I was telling her that. I was telling my cousin that too. I'm like, you need to be focused, girl. You worried about somebody else hugging you. Hug yourself. Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, girl. If you don't buy yourself some chocolates and be like, I'm good to me. I'm not going on y'all that's married. For y'all that Valentine's Day, y'all go out and do it up and have a good time. Dress up and get out the house, or be at home and snuggle and look at TV. Because that is a blessing in itself when you have two. For when one fall down, the other one can pick them up. I know the blessings in a marriage. But I also know the blessings in being single too. And I know that what God has for me, he doesn't have for you. And what he has for you, he doesn't have for me. So I love the fact that I can see a married couple have children and they fight for each other, and that man hold it down and that wife hold it down, and they bring up God-fearing children. And I love the simple fact too that even for the single mother, that she goes out here and God blesses her hands to provide. Like, the man ain't there, but God is there, so he's just providing for her constantly, providing for her children. I have a best friend. My best friend is a year, she's a couple of months younger than me. And her son is going to be going to college. And she just told me he just got his learner's permit. And I'm like, look at God. We came a long way. We came a long way when they told you you was going to struggle. And that's her baby and she loves him. I'm like, look at God. Look at God. So what he has for you, he don't have for me. But what he has for me, he don't have for you. But God is in the mix of everything when we put him there. So You know, where I'm at when it comes to my divorce, it happened. I mean, shoot. I could go before the Lord and say, see, Lord, I tried, you know, I did everything. Even the time when he didn't show up for court and his attorney was there, I said, Your Honor, he doesn't want a divorce. Can I be truthful to y'all? I said, Your Honor, my husband doesn't want a divorce. We spoke on the phone last night. His attorney, this Jezebel of a spirit, was like, no, Your Honor, they do want a divorce. I'm his attorney. I'm fighting for my marriage against a woman who is trying. And the Lord said, Mona, put your guards down. I got this. I'll deal with him. Just let it go. Let it go. And I got you. I said, but Lord. And I wrote down in the letter, I asked the Lord, I even wrote down, I'm going to be very transparent with y'all. I wrote down in the letter and I said, Lord, if you can heal my marriage, and if you can remove these attorneys, and also, Father, if you can bless me with a really good job. God answered all of that. He said, Mona, no, and yeah, let me get you a nice job with really good pay. Somewhere where you need to be, where you can grow. And I said, thank you, Jesus. Mom, I know what you like. Now go ahead and pick out your house. Oh, is that the house you want? I'm like, yes, Lord, I do. Then you say you want cookouts? I do. I'm sorry, y'all being transparent. So anyway, I was telling my folks, I'm like, girl, focus. Focus on self. Focus on self. Focus on self. Because if you don't know what you have, if you don't know that you have something good, and you hurt that, and you hurt something that you have, you'll never be able to have anything good. Because you destroy what you have, right? You destroy what you have. And I'm gonna tell you too, the disrespect that I went through with the attorneys. They didn't acknowledge me as Mrs. Hines. It was Miss Hines. And I'd be like, my name is Miss Hines. The disrespect that I went through with my ex-husband's father. You want to try to rule what's in my house by my marital property. God always has something greater for you than what you're going through. You're absolutely right. He does. He always has something greater. And when we look back at it, we be like, ooh, I'm so glad I dodged that bullet. Or, ooh, this is what it was all for, Lord. Ooh, I came on top of this, and I came out with a baby that, you know, a toddler that just has me in amazement all the time. You know, this morning while I'm carrying her in that snow, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful I have my daughter. I've been through losing and then losing my husband, my ex-husband. So I'm okay. I'm okay. You know, because one thing that he will admit, and it's going to be later on, and he has admitted when he was doing his little vlogs, that his wife, which is now his ex-wife, oh, she's strong, and she's very much rooted in the word. She believes in the Lord very much. And I'm never going to stop that. So as long as you're doing what God got you doing, then he's going to bless you. He's going to bless you no matter what. This man not acting right, keep moving, carry on. Certain people are not going to make it into your destiny. And it may just be your husband, your children, your best friend, your old bosses, or anything that you had in your life or your own home. You may have been trying to hold on to this house. Oh, I want this house, I want this house. And the whole time God got something that's better, bigger, you know, open in yours. And you thinking to yourself, you hold on to something that looks raggedy. And then when he finally puts you in your destiny, you're like, wow. He may take you from here and you'll find yourself on the other cross of the globe. Like, how did I get here? If it wasn't for this. A lot of things that happen in our life, a lot of change that happens in our life is because God is pushing us into our future, into our destiny, into greatness. You know what I'm saying? And he never said that it was going to be easy. He never said that it was not going to hurt. Because I think what hurt, and also with we all need to learn to let go and let the Lord Jesus take over, because he has something better in our lives for us. Absolutely. But some of us try to hold on until we we have no choice but to let go. Like I tried to hold on until the very last day of my divorce. And now that I'm divorced, I ain't got no choice but to let go. I'm not going to sit here and be like, but this can happen and I'm letting go. It's gone. It's final. That's what it is. I am divorced. I'm a part of the divorce crew. And I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? You still here. It ain't hurt me. I mean, it did when I was going through it. Would I want to go through it again? Heck no. He thought he was running away. Nope. Stay away from me. Nope. Maybe 15 years from now or years from now when our daughter gets bigger, we'll be able to say, hey, hi, and bye, and that's it. But nope. I deserve better. I'm an A class. You know what I'm saying? A class. You know, his attorney, his older attorney tried to say we were brought up from different cloths. And I'm thinking, I know you're not being racist. Because, you know, some people, you're brought up from different cloth. And I said, yeah, which one? The strong one? You know, I don't mean to be putting nobody down. But, I deserve better. And you deserve better, too. We deal with the utmost. We deal with the high. I mean, you got to understand. God gives everybody a chance. But not everybody made it into heaven. You got a lot of people in hell that didn't care 2 cents in a nickel. You get me? But anyway, y'all, you're such a strong woman. I can't wait to see the blessings God has so for you. Thank you. The only love you need, girl, is the Lord Jesus. Exactly. But anyway, y'all have a great day. I'm about to go in here to work. So I'll speak to y'all tomorrow.